And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of ESL Open Cup Asia number 196. It has been quite some time. I think we missed out on ESL Asia last week, but it is good to be back. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves, because the bracket, it's big, it's juicy, it's insane, and there's a lot to go over. But we have our first series. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Solaris, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player representing Onside Gaming. It is Rex. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have his South Korean Zerg player opponent representing Team GDA. It is Feint. And it's been years, Bob. It's been a long time since we've had the luxury of casting Rex. A very long time. Rex, of course, is one of the best, or is the best Zerg player in all of Taiwan, and has been doing very well for himself over his career. He was on Onside for a long time as well, but he did leave Onside Gaming, I want to say beginning of last year, quite some time ago, and it was sad to see him go. He wasn't quite able to find another team, and he actually took a break. He took a break from StarCraft. He took a bit of a step back as well, but recently he has returned, and I think less than a week ago, a couple of days ago, he did end up rejoining Onside Gaming as a content creator. What does that mean? Well, also in recent weeks, we have seen Rex actually go one step further, as I do try to there we go. He did take one step further, and he actually did end up going and he's been casting. Over on his channel, over in his native language. He has been casting a lot of events. As a result, yeah, it's been really cool to see more of Rex. It's been really cool to see him take another role in the scene, but he is still playing and competing as well. I do think that at the moment he's just more focused on his stream more than anything, but it's great to see him here competing nonetheless. So good to see you, Pappy. Good to see you. Always good to see Rex, and we'll see how he does here against a more amateur player. Feint has been around also for many years. He is an amateur Korean Zerg player, and oh boy, we'll see if he can surpass the might, the experience of Rex. As for now, ZvZ, standard openers, hatch, gas pool all around. Rex going to be taking his third base. Likewise, so is Feint on time, on location. So far, nothing is out of the norm. So far, nothing is really anything other than what it should be. Bailey Nest is thrown down here from Feint, and we should be seeing a Bailey Nest shortly out of Rex as well. And there it is. Bailey Nest also gets thrown down. So again, just really standard play so far. No one is cutting any corners. No one is taking any major risks. I guess the one thing here, as I do try to just my audio levels and make sure everything's okay. There was a recent update to my mic, and I may sound a little bit different than I normally do. But regardless, as we get into this, yeah, we had to have Banelings on the way. We do see a couple of links coming out from Rex, but they're merely just for safety. We should be morphing in a couple of Banelings momentarily as well. Feint is going to be the aggressor. Here we go. 10 more links are on the way for our Zerg player. Banelings are being morphed in across the line, or across the map as well. And Feint is looking to try to break the third base if possible. Rex likewise morphing in a couple of extra Banelings. He sees the move out. He sees Feint flooding across the map, and it looks like one Baneling up will not be denied. Oh, it's going to be close. The Banelings do waddle on in, but the Queens come in just in time. We have the two Banelings morphing in, and Rex will hold. He should be okay. Behind this, Feint is droning. Rex is making more lings, though, so once this defense does come to fruition, he can then counterattack. So far, ooh, one Baneling does go down. A bit of a misstep there from Rex. Likewise, he's being very adventurous with these Banelings. He wants another Baneling of Feint, but alas, he does not get it. Feint preserves his units, and now Rex is going for a big counterattack again. He wants to try to catch his third base if possible. Does have to be careful not to be intercepted, as the Lings do engage with each other, and Rex does have the Ling advantage. He is up in army supply. The Banelings are still waddling back home. He catches a Queen. Meanwhile, back at home, again, the Ling Bane is just rolling across the map, and Feint may have just been caught out. These Banelings will not finish. We even had random Banelings in the main. Going straight for the mineral line, and Feint is going to be losing everything. Not too sure about the use of the Baneling there, but we have 3 more waddling in. GG gets called, and Rex will take game number 1. GG. Oh. A very solid game there out of Rex. Again, initially he was in a little bit of danger. Something that we didn't quite catch on cams there is that the two Bailings, was it two? I think it was two Bailings from Feint. They did end up actually not coming back home, obviously, but they went across the map. They tried to intercept some reinforcements and they struggled to do so, and there were no Bailings back at home. That's what it really came down to, and that's what is really intense about ZvZ, especially this early on, is that you do need Lings coming out back at home to morph in defensive Bailings. If you don't have any Ling reinforcements, that means you don't have any defensive Bailings. That means that you are kind of caught with your pants down, caught exposed when your opponent comes in with a counterattack. So that's kind of what we saw there. Very cut and dry, but very well done by Rex to be able to keep up, defend, and then counterattack again. Yo, he may be focusing a lot more on casting nowadays, but he still got it, Bob. He still got it. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. In the bottom left-hand corner of Hecate, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player, the best Zerg in all of Taiwan, representing On-Side Gaming. It is Rex. Oh my, and spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have... Oh, I believe this is a 13-12 setup here from our South Korean Zerg player representing Team GDA. It is Feint. Oh. And yeah, from here I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the 13-12. I was just catching up with the puns in the chat. A faint memory of casting Rex. I'm having a really hard time because I think this is my first time casting Feint. Feint has been around for a while, but I've never had the luxury of casting him. But I keep wanting to say Fiant. Like, because we've been casting more Fiant recently in our own tournaments, in other online events. Like, whenever I start with the F, like my brain, my body, my mouth wants the Fiant. It wants the Fiant, and I'm stopping myself every time. Regardless, it's going to be a 13-12. We do have a fake hatchery here on the low ground, so Rex is going to roll up. He's going to compare the timing of the hatchery with his own. It's going to look relatively similar, and Rex, or ideally this is to bamboozle Rex. It's to sell a story. It's to lure him into a false sense of security as we are working towards Ling speed. Now, we did pull out of gas. Interesting. So we have pulled out of gas, which means no Banelings. So this is just a Ling flood from Feint. He's going to be amassing Lings back at home, waiting to pull the trigger. Meanwhile, Rex went for a hatch gas pull, standard opener here out of our Taiwanese Zerg, and we'll see if he can react in time. We'll see if he can defend in time, because he will have very little time to react. See how he does respond is maybe a better way of putting it. For the time being, he does check the timing of the hatchery. Again, it's similar to his own. He does notice that it is a little bit later. It is a little bit off. Ling speed is on the way. He doesn't pull out of gas. He's making his queens. He's still droning, so Rex is responding as he should. And I'm sure Feint is hoping that Rex does take a third base or set up for a third. And yep, there we go. Drone is being rallied on over. So far, Feint is selling a story, and he's selling it quite well. Rex, he's going for his third. He's droning. Again, he is not suspicious whatsoever. And here we go, the Lings, they flood across the map. Now they've been spotted by Rex. Now he knows what's happening. He throws down a Bailey nest. Can he fully wall off in time? The Queens are going to be able to wall off the natural ramp at least. He does evacuate. Lings are in production, but I don't think he can hold on to the Bailey nest, which means he cannot make any defensive Bailings. And we do force the cancel. Lings do try to break the wall here. Good hold position on these Lings. The drones are trying to reduce the surface area on the Queens. It looks like they barely will. More drones are being pulled off the line, but there are so many Lings available here for Feint. I almost said it again. Oh my god, it looks like one of the Queens is gonna go down. We have Ling reinforcements coming on forward as well. Good surround with these drones, but again, we are losing so many workers. Rex down to 11 drones and even worker count with Feint. And just like that, he has equalized the economy. We are forced to cancel the third base as well. Rex has to kind of come back here to the natural. Bailey nest is on the way, and it will finish up, which means Rex will hold. From here, we can drone if we wanted to, but Feint is not droning. He is still making even more Lings. He wants to end the game here and now. Go the Lings. I do want to dive on forward here. And oh god! There it is. GG gets called. The Banelings are done. We cannot kill Rex. It will not happen. And Rex will hold, taking game 2 and the series. GG. GG, well played. Rex, he may have gone down to 11 workers, but he survived long enough to get his backup Baneling nest up and running, to morph in those Banelings, and with a tech advantage like that, he was under no danger. No danger of dying anytime soon, as long as he controlled well. And at this level of play, you know that the control is going to be good, and Rex is able to take down Feint 2-0. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, well played, as I do just set up the scores here and fix up there we go. Fix everything up. But congratulations to Rex, a really strong showing, despite how aggressive this was, right? Like this was a pretty short series. Like this was what, like 10 minutes, but very high octane, very intense. And again, even though Rex did take a bit of a step back and a break from the game, he was able to keep up in the end. So very well done, as Rex advances on in the tournament, advances on to face off against his next opponent. And this is when we have a look at the bracket. Oh, let's go.